Jeffrey Epstein arrested for sex trafficking of minors. This is the best news ever. Jeffrey Epstein arrested for sex trafficking of minors. A story broken by the Daily Beast. Jeffrey Epstein was arrested on Sunday and will appear in New York court on Monday to be charged with sex trafficking, according to multiple law enforcement sources. And this story broke, I do believe, yesterday, but this has been updated this morning. Billionaire pedophile Jeffrey Epstein was arrested for allegedly sex trafficking dozens of minors in New York and in Florida between 2002 and 2005, and will appear in court in New York on Monday. According to the three law enforcement sources, Saturday's arrest by the FBI New York Police Department Crimes Against Children Task Force, one of the 12 years after 66-year-old financier essentially got a slap on the wrist for allegedly molesting dozens of underage girls in Florida. Not anymore, buddy. We got your number. One way or another, this man is going down. He's going down right now. We see him falling down to the ground. He's exposed. We know who you are and what you are, and you cannot unexpose the truth. Once it's out there, Epstein, it's out there. For more than a decade, Epstein's alleged abuse, and all his people that work with him. For more than a decade, Epstein's alleged abuse of minors has been the subject of lawsuits brought by victims, investigation by local and federal authorities, and exposed in the press. But despite the attention cast on his alleged sex crimes, the hedge funder has managed to avoid any meaningful jail time, let alone federal charges. The new indictment, which according to two sources will be unsealed Monday in Manhattan federal court, will reportedly allege that Epstein sexually exploited dozens of underage girls in a now familiar scheme, paying them cash for massages and then molesting them or sexually abusing them in his Upper East Side mansion. See what he was doing? Oh no. Okay. Or at his residence in Palm Beach. Epstein will be charged with one count of sex trafficking of minors, one count of conspiracy to engage in sex trafficking of minors, which would put him away for a maximum of 45 years. Yes. 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 45 years minimum. And that's just for one charge. The case is being handled by the public corporation, and I know a lot of people are thinking it's so long. They got a long way to go to get this man handled, but it's a start, and it's an exciting start. Things are going to be revealed by this investigation, and I just pray not everybody's corrupt. The case is being handled by the Public Corruption Unit of the Southern District of New York. Isn't that ironic? With assistance from the district human trafficking officials and the FBI. Several of the Billionaire employees and associates allegedly recruited the girls for Epstein's abuse, and some victims eventually became recruiters themselves. According to law enforcement, the girls were young as 14. Oh, please. I'm sure they were a lot younger than that. And Epstein knew that they were underage, according to details of the arrest and the indictment shared by two officials. This is very, very strange, folks. The girls were as young as 14, and Epstein knew that they were underage, according to the details of the arrest and the indictment shared by two officials. Epstein's attorney, Martin Weinberger, declined the comment when reached by the Daily Beast on Saturday night. The SDNY also declined to comment. It's been a long time coming. It's been too long coming, said attorney David Boies. Oh, protect him? Who's represented Epstein's accusers, Virginia Roberts, Guffier, and Sarah Ramsam. It's an important step towards getting justice for the many victims of Mr. Epstein's sex trafficking enterprise. Wow, this is an interesting story, folks. We hope that the prosecutors will not stop with Epstein, because there were many others who participated with him and made sex trafficking possible. See, this is going to open up a whole can of demons. Oh boy, this is like a CERN key, and it's going to open up a portal of ugliness and disgustingness, but hopefully there will be less children abused. And you know what, folks? I know we all suffer from desires of the flesh, but I implore everybody who's listening, please, if you have a problem with pornography, please stop. That's what feeds this industry. Don't look at pornography. For the children, even if it's adults, those adults have probably been abused when they were children. Look, it's not good for us, okay? Get on your knees and beg God to help you. I'm serious. Okay, stop watching porn, folks. That's what it takes. And I know a lot of people don't have that problem, but please, it could change the world. We could change the world. It's been a long time coming. It's been too long coming, said attorney David Boies, who represented Epstein's accusers, Virginia Robert Scuffier and Sarah Ramsam. In an era where #MeToo has toppled powerful men, what powerful men has it toppled? Maybe somebody can remind me. Epstein's name was, all I know is Rose McGowan, kind of leads that thing, and she's was married to, oh, never mind, that's a whole nother video. In an era where Me Too has toppled powerful men, Epstein's name was largely absent from the national conversation. Yeah, conveniently absent, until the Miami Herald published a 3-part series on how his wealth, power, influence shield him from federal prosecution for years. The Daily Beast has reported on Epstein's alleged abuse, starting with Conchita Sarnoff's exposes on his easy jail sentence and soft treatment by the United States Attorney's Office, which ultimately scrapped a 53-page indictment against Epstein. How do you have 53 pages against you and you still don't, nothing happens? And oh, it's called being a rich person. An early version of, oh, and blackmail. He's probably got every single, who knows how many people this man has under his thumb. The earlier version of Epstein's plea deal included a 10-year federal sentence before his star-studded lawyers threatened to go threatened to go to trial in a case prosecutors feared was unwinnable. I've never heard that word, in part because Epstein's team dredged up dirt on the victims, including social media posts indicating drug use. Oh, so, okay, they use drugs. You could go ahead and abuse them. Meanwhile, the financier, I don't know about that story, but meanwhile, the financier fitted among his homes in Palm Beach, New York City, and the Virginia Islands, as well as his secluded Zorro Ranch in Stanley, New Mexico. Whoa! Transporting young girls on his private jet to facilitate. What if he's like the head of all of this that's going on? What if he's like the main honcho guy? Oh, there's got to be somebody above Epstein. Okay, this is craziness. Transporting the young women on his private jet to facilitate the sexual abuse that's gone unchecked by authorities, his alleged victims say. In an announcement planned for Monday, the FBI is expected to provide a number of other victims to contact the SDNY. Nice. As early as 2003, Vicky Ward's Vanity Fair profile cracked into Epstein's enigmatic facade and, as Ward noted, revealed he was definitely not what he claimed to be. As early as 2003, Vicky Ward's Vanity Fair profile cracked into Epstein's en- enigmatic facade. Epstein's enigmatic facade, and, as Ward noted, revealed he was definitely not what he claimed to be. Back then, allegations of sex abuse leveled by one accuser, Maria Farmer, and her family were exorcised from Ward's piece after Epstein pressured the magazine. Epstein's bust comes mere months after a federal judge ruled his 2007 non-prosecution agreement, secretly linked under the former U.S. Attorney and current Labor Secretary Alexander Acosta, violated the federal law by keeping Epstein's victims in the dark. Under the sweetheart deal, Epstein dodged federal charges that might have sent him into prison for life. He instead pleaded guilty to minor state charges in Palm Beach and served 13 months in a private wing of a county jail, mostly on work release. Oh, please, please, this man has everyone in his pocket. Wow, this is huge. Thank you, God. Thank you. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful this is happening, folks. Is this not the best day ever? Is this not the best exciting news ever? And man, there's so much work to be done, so much light to be shed on all this dark, evil disgustingness, because we are at a time where it's all being revealed. Okay, and this is a really long article. I'm going to leave the link. I just had to share that with you folks. Man, I'd love to read the whole thing, but I got to go plan my granddaughter's birthday party and do some shopping. I love each and every one of you, and I pray all is well with your soul, because you know what, Jeffrey? Your time is up, buddy. You're done. You're done. Thank you so much for your time. I love each and every one of you. Bye.